So I woke up today and I was just chilling on Twitter and I see a bunch of tweets about WrestleMania and everyone's all excited, and honestly I am too, because the card is looking like it's going to be fire. But we all know that doesn't really mean much. Cough cough. WrestleMania 34. Cough cough. So it got me thinking. We all know what are the best WrestleMania matches, we all know what are the worst ones too, but what about the most disappointing ones? The matches that had potential, the matches that had all the tools in the world to be amazing, but instead we forgot they even happened. Wait, am I talking about my YouTube channel or WrestleMania? Wait, what? Okay. So I asked on Twitter, what are the most disappointing WrestleMania matches? And yeah, everyone on Twitter went off. 150 replies in less than 2 hours, and I was just like, what the fuck? I forgot most of these matches even happened. So there have been a lot. So much that we might have to make a part 2 of this video. But anyway, here we are. Let's take a look at the most disappointing WrestleMania matches of all time. Part 1. Let's start off with Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton at WrestleMania 33. There was a lot of hype going into this match. I was excited, you were excited, my mom was excited. No, she wasn't. But when Randy won the Rumble, I was like, okay, we will see what happens. But when Bray won at the Elimination Chamber to become champion, me and everyone else were just happy. Like, here we go. After all the ups and downs of Bray Wyatt, he's finally getting that push, and people were excited for this match. They went wild with the storyline and tried to make it as different as possible, and a lot of people fucked with it. With the houses being set on fire, ashes being rubbed on faces for some reason. And then the most interesting story build in a few years got the most anticlimactic ending in years. So when the most memorable part of a WrestleMania WWE Championship match are the parts when the camera panned out to show images of insects and maggots in the ring, that's how you know your match wasn't anything special. And apparently that was supposed to be mind games from Bray to Randy Orton, but it didn't really do anything because Randy Orton fucked him up and hit an RKO and won in like 10 minutes. Yeah, this match could have been so much better. There's so much talent between these two, and it ends in 10 minutes. And after this, Bray Wyatt was just never the same, and he still hasn't reached that level that he reached in Elimination Chamber up until WrestleMania. It's almost been 2 years since this. Bray Wyatt just never recovered from this match. And disappointment during the match? Yes. Long-term disappointment after the match? Yes. This checks all the disappointment check marks. Check, check, check. There's disappointment everywhere. Deadass. The only thing that did not disappoint in this match was the entrance. When Randy Orton came out and he was walking on top of sperm, I marked out. And that was literally the most memorable thing about this match. Randy Orton walking on a snake that looks like sperm. What an amazing WrestleMania moment. Next up, we have Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar, the most unstoppable man in the WWE versus the lunatic of the WWE in a no-holds-barred match. And somehow it sucked. This match was supposed to be absolutely fire, no rules, a monster and a crazy person, and instead we got 10-minute no DQ match. It wasn't really a no holds barred match. Everyone expects when you say no holds barred, crazy stuff to go down, wild stuff to happen. Instead, we got a kendo stick and a chair, and Dean Ambrose lost in 10 minutes. He didn't even kick out of 1F5. He just took 1F5 and lost. What? I really expected to see some really crazy Dean Ambrose, close to CZW as possible. I expected trash cans, tables, barbed wire. But, you know, a little blood never hurt nobody. But instead, it looked like they were just scared that if they go too much with this match, they're going to take the shine off Shane McMahon, who's probably going to jump off the cell, and everybody and their mom knew was going to happen. Ambrose said Lesnar was lazy, but he was lazy creatively, as he didn't want to do stuff that Ambrose planned for their match. Which is annoying because Lesnar is so hot and cold, straight Katy Perry vibes. If he messes with you, if he fucks with you, he will go all out and have a great match with you, like he did with Bryan, Punk, and AJ Styles. But for some reason, if he doesn't like working with you, and it seems like he hates working with the Shield because Roman said the same thing, he doesn't bump for you, and he just doesn't want to do anything in your match. This could have been a huge, memorable match. Instead, I think even Dean forgets this match ever happened. Okay, so I was going to talk about Lesnar versus Goldberg at WrestleMania 20, but that match has been discussed to death, and everybody knows it's disappointing, everyone knows it sucked. So on to the next one. Booker T versus Triple H. I love Triple H, I always will. Some people hate him, they hate him and his big nose, but to me he's always going to be one of the greatest of all time. But what the was this match? We can argue all day whether or not Triple H's promos leading up to this match were racist or not. But let's be real, they were pretty racist. I'm not saying Triple H is racist, just the promos were not the best. What's annoying about this is you take away the race, you take away everything. At the end of the day, you still have a heel champion who's not having the best reign of his career. I mean, other than that 5-star classic with Scott Steiner that everybody remembers, duh. You know, he wasn't having the best reign of his career, and Booker T was a former WCW champion who earned his stripes over the years. He put in work and he became a legit main event star. He would come out, have reactions, have pops. There were Booker T fans, and the fans fucked with them. There's only one way to end a storyline like this. One that's built up for WrestleMania. It has to, end at WrestleMania with the right person winning. And the right person winning was Booker T finally getting that championship and beating the heel champion. But lol, no, you thought Triple H obviously has to go over. When I tell you that this shit was slower than Undertaker's entrance, I'm not even joking. Booker T barely got anything in and Triple H just dominated him. When you have a feud like this, hyped up like this, with racist promos, why the hell do you have a slow rest hold match? This match sucks, and the most annoying part is Triple H hit Booker T with the pedigree, right? This guy took 20 seconds to pin him. He was acting like he had some next 5-star classic Hell in a Cell, blood everywhere, some next leaving it out Iron Man 60-man, I don't fucking know, 60-minute match. I don't know why he took 20 seconds to pin him, but he won the match, and it's just like, for what reason? Why? I guess WWE just has to be WCW, like it's just written in stone until the end of time. WCW can never win. It was disappointing, man. Booker T eventually did become champion, but he was never the face champion, and I feel like in 2003 he was just so hot. It was a perfect time for him, and it just makes me sad. I really wish he won this. Come on. Well, it's time to talk about a match from last year. You all know what I'm going to talk about. AJ Styles versus JK. I can't say that. I can't disrespect Nakamura like that. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This match, this was it. I was so excited for this match. I remember being in a PS4 party the day before. I'm like, listen, I know you guys don't watch wrestling anymore, but tomorrow you guys gotta, when I message you, you guys gotta watch this match. You guys gotta watch AJ Styles versus Nakamura. I thought this was gonna be some 5-star classic. I was telling people, I was going out of my way to make sure people watch this match. And I think a lot of people thought this was gonna be the 5-star match. And maybe that was it. Maybe my expectations were just too high based on what I know they've done in the past. Nah. I can't convince myself that. This match had no right being as boring as it was. They have all the talent in the world to live up to those expectations. So I know they were high expectations, but they could have easily lived up to them because they've done it before. Several times with other opponents, with each other. I just don't know what happened or who to blame, but it just did not live up to its expectations. And it's not because they weren't impossible. They just didn't. There was no second gear. There was no, okay, here we go. There was no AJ Styles with the Styles Clash, a kick out, and here we go. Shinsuke's wilding out. It was just, okay, Styles Clash, let's go home, 1, 2, 3. It's sad because they had a classic at Wrestle Kingdom, which was such a great pace. This shit was just rest holds, and the match felt so long, and by the time they picked up the pace, it was over. It never felt like a dream match. It just felt like a random middle card match. I remember on Reddit, somebody describes the match, and he said, this was like fucking your longtime crush. No matter how well it goes, it won't be as good as you imagined. And the heel turn, at the time, I was like, well, you know what, whatever. Maybe that's why they did the heel turn, because they saved the best stuff for their other matches, and the heel turn's gonna be the saving grace. But no, if anything, that was even more disappointing than the match itself, because the heel turn didn't do anything for Nakamura. AJ Styles and Nakamura just never clicked in a WWE ring, and it's just sad. Especially because we know that in Japan, these guys were tearing down that house. It's just sad. So this was it. This was part 1. And there are so many other matches that kind of disappointing in the long history of WrestleMania. I'll make a part 2 soon, and we can keep going. Who knows, we're probably going to have a part 3 as well. So comment, what's your most disappointing match? A match that you were so excited for the night before, you're just like, I can't wait for this, I can't wait, oh my god. And then it just ended up being whatever. Let me know. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more content leading up to WrestleMania. It means a lot. Do the whole typical YouTuber shit. Oh my god, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Haha. But no, thank you for watching. It means a lot. See you guys around.